Hello! I'm live. Everything is getting all ramped up. That's good. Oops, that's the wrong thing. That's what I wanted. Refresh. There we are. Alright. Oh, this is going, so, let me go ahead and finish up my, social media stuff, and then I'll, get started proper. There we go. No MSQ today, because I want to finish up the role quest before I actually finish up any MSQ for Shadowbringers. So, that's gonna add a little bit more time to my until I finish streaming on YouTube. I feel it's important that I finish this up. Those. All right. I believe everything is ready now. And apparently Nightbot does not want to run. Oh, well, we're going to go in without a Nightbot. You're not going to be on this channel for very much longer anyway, so whatever. All right. Let's go on ahead and get started with my plan. Oh, you finally woke up. I only had to say something about you. Oh, Nightbot. Why is YouTube chat such a horrible system? Anyway. We are going to be taking care of the role quests for Shadowbringers. I initially wanted to record videos of these, but I finished recording another session today, and I just didn't feel it. So I'm just not gonna make them into videos. I'm gonna stream them instead. The unfortunate side effect of this is I have already completed the caster side quest. However, Square Enix and the Final Fantasy XIV devs in general have created a feature that allows you to replay certain aspects of the stories. This is what we're going to be using to get through the magical range DPS role quests for stream, despite me actually having completed them. I'm doing New Game Plus for this one. I will be taking care of the physical DPS and the tank role quests after I'm done with this one. These streams are also going to be where I take care of the final level 80 job quests in general. There technically was one for Sage, but I completed that one in the Sage video. The only ones I'm going to have to complete on stream are Red Mage, Dancer, Ninja, and Warrior. So let's go on ahead and go through my very first time actually using the New Game Plus feature. Ah! Oh, look at that! That's too tiny! Alright, let me go on ahead and change this a little bit. Oh, that's way too small! Save. And I'm actually going to put you right there. There we go. Now we can actually see it. I kind of forgot that I had set the size of that to 60%. So I didn't realize it was going to be that tiny. Okay, well, let's go on ahead and do this anyway. All right. Reward unattainable in New Game Plus mode. That's perfectly fine. I've already gotten them. I don't care. This is just for completing them. Let me guess, you're standing in front of Sarek, bounty hunter non-parial, because you've a mind to aid me in felling dread Veronicus. Do I have the right of it, or do I have the right of it? Verona, what's it? Veron, what's it? What's his? If I had known better, I could have just sworn you suggested that you're unfamiliar with Veronicus. But that couldn't be. No sinner worth his salt could be so ignorant. Allow me to elaborate. Veronicus isn't just your run-of-the-mill stray sin-eater. He's one of the nastiest the realm's ever seen. Formed from the remains of one of those gods-damned warriors of light. There are 4 of them, all told. Crawled up from the bowels of the deepest hell after being buried for now a century, if the tales are true. Sort of like how my inner bowels are, after I have Taco Bell. Before he was transformed into a sin-eater, Veronicus was none other than Archmagus Albert, whose baleful magics were feared the realm over. Though it's only been a few short years since he showed up in Amarang, he's already preyed on far too many innocents with his foul sorcery. Not keen on seeing their trade routes disrupted, the local merchants have placed a healthy bounty on his head. Of course, I'd like nothing more than to fell the fiend single-handed and claim the entire bounty for myself. Unfortunately, circumstances have dictated that I recruit a companion, and that's where you come in. Provided you can prove to me that you possess the rather, specialized set of skills that I require, I promise I'll make it worth your while. Not a bad offer, wouldn't you say? Fancy yourself up to the task, come find me in Amarang. I mean to set off for there shortly. Okay, well, you go have fun with that. I'm gonna go on ahead and just go back to drinking. Nah, obviously, we head over there and, take up on his offers. I think the first thing we're doing is basically killing an enemy to prove to him that we have the skills necessary. We are reliving the past adventure of this. Oh, wait, I went too far. Oh, wait, I'm in the wrong one. What the hell? I need to go over there. I got all turned around. I also like how there's no other quests up when I'm doing New Game Plus. Lets me be singular in my little endeavor. Crystalline Mean, Amara launch. Because the easiest way to get to him is from the Amara launch instead of teleporting into the zone. Kalusia? No. Amarang? Yes. We'll be going to Kalusia some other time. Actually, I'm going to be taking on the tank quest, role quest after I'm done with the caster. So you came. It's good to see someone who isn't all talk. As fortune would have it, another sin-eater, a far less imposing specimen than Veronicus, of course, has been sighted just to the west of here. Prove to me you have the skill to back up your words, and we'll talk further. Oh, don't mind if I do. Can I take care of, oh, okay. It'll let me take care of, duties when I'm, in New Game Plus mode. Alright. You're gonna be amazed at how fast this thing's gonna go down at level 70, Serug. All done. Good show, friend. I wasn't sure what to expect from you, but seeing you in battles left me with a little doubt. Seems I found myself a formidable ally. And so I'll extend the offer in earnest. Help me hunt down Veronicus, and we'll split the bounty down the middle. Well, what do you say? That's the spirit. Now, there's more you should know before we proceed. Come with me to Mortsuk, my base of operations, and I'll fill you in on the details. Didn't even give me the option to say no. If he pulls anything funny, I'll be shoving a rod up his ass. Welcome to Mortsuk, friend. As you can see, it's a bustling trading post, frequented by merchants from across the realm. At least it was before Pharaonis showed up and started preying on the unwitting travelers. Hence the bounty, you see. The lucrative reward has attracted the attention of one capable bounty hunter after the next, yet the fiend still roams free. You can probably imagine why. As few have seen Pharaonis and returned to tell the tale, speak of great horrors they've witnessed. Cavernous black holes materializing out of thin air, swallowing everything around them into the abyss. Ah, you can create black holes out of nothing. That seems dangerous. Mages have postulated that these holes are literally tears in the fabric of a reality, gateways to other worlds, to put it another way. At any rate, suffice to say that the next time the man comes back from the void will be the first. That a man comes back from the void will be the first. Yet there's something odd about it all. Witnesses say that Pharaonis doesn't seem to go out of his way to prey on people or sediments. He simply shambles across the waste, summoning hollows one after the next, and the destruction follows as a matter of course. Needless to say, drawing too near to the fiend is tantamount to suicide. Even attacks from afar have been all but futile, as Pharaonis simply summons the hollows to consume every incoming arrow. With every conceivable means of attack foiled, even the most savvy bounty hunters have all but thrown up their hands, even though the bounty now stands at some 9 or 10-fold the original amount. Oh, it means we're gonna be rich in no time, friend. Don't worry, I fully intend to shoulder my share of the burden, and so I plan to gather all the information we need before asking you to put yourself in harm's way.
Yay, I have completed it! Again!
Alright, onward to the next. Ah, there you are, and your timing couldn't be better. As luck would have it, a little bird told me that Pharaonis was sighted in the vicinity not long ago. Don't you worry, I have no intention of rushing in like a fool. My plan is to shadow the Sin Eater from afar, that we might observe the hollows with our own eyes, and formulate a suitable plan of attack. To that end, I procured this mannequin here from a merchant acquaintance of mine at the Crystarium. By placing it out on Pharaonis' trail, I mean to gauge just how wide of a berth we must keep from the fiend so as not to be sucked up into the void. Shed no tears for the little fellow, friend. Sacrifice would be the key to our success. And yet, as you can see, he's not quite in the best state of repair. Pray lend me a hand in procuring what we need to get him back on his feet. Ah, so you're gonna make me do a fetch quest. Got it. Tracks down a Sankinsibilis. Yeah. That's what it says. I thought it said syllabus. Nope, it is, Sibilus. Ah! You get the taste of my, Verflare. And then my Scorch. Aha! I am the victor, and I've got another Verflare or Verholy saved up. Manification. Increases magic damage dealt by 5%. Well, it sucks I'm not going to be able to use that buff the next time I get into combat. Well, what are you going to do? Any luck finding the tendon? Yes, I, ripped it out of the dang thing's corpse myself. Alright, you get to fixing that thing and I'll meet you at the rendezvous point. Oh, the friend. As you can see, our clockwork fiend is back in tip-top shape. And since it appears you found us the perfect lookout spot, why don't we get down to work? I'll kindle us a fire. We might be here a while.
But it's daytime.
But it's also cloudy. Well, I'll be. There's the bastard. I'm just a little guy. Look closer than now and hold your gaze. You must witness the sheer horror with your own two eyes. Ah, I see. No, we mustn't send out the mannequin too soon. If Veronis sees it, he may very well blast it to bits before it has a chance to investigate the hollows. Wonder what's going through his mind. Probably tried to open a hole to a drive-thru and keeps on failing. He's probably hungry. And there he goes. Send the mannequin in to trail him. Let's sit back and enjoy the show. What is my purpose? To find, to see how close you can get to a black hole. Oh dear. Ah! Just as I expected. Gone without a trace. Shed no tears for our little friend, though through sacrifice, we now know just how much distance we must keep from the hollows to avoid being sucked into the void. Now it's our turn. Let's edge a bit closer and see what we can observe. Mind you, take care not to wander too close, lest you fancy a vacation to a dark, shadowy abyss. It's as if a shadowy whirlwind rages inside, ready to suck anything and everything into the void. I've seen many a horrific sight in my day, but this sends a shiver up my spine.
Let me out! It's so dark in here!
Why the pale face, friend? You look as if you've heard Kermit the Frog.
But I thought I did.
A voice, you say, from inside the hollow, but that's impossible.
Is anybody out there? Please help me. Help me get out of here.
Are you alive?
Was that a voice? Is someone out there? If you can hear me, please, you must help me. I can't see anything. No road, no trees, not even an ether current to follow. Which way do I go? How do I get out of this place?
Are you sure you heard Kermit and not Marvin the Martian? Voice of a boy, you say? Claims he's lost inside with no ether current to follow. Sounds like he's adrift in the flow, but not unlike what would happen if an etherite to which one was teleporting was destroyed in mid-journey. That is actually a horrifying thought. Wait a minute, if there were some way you could channel your ether into the void, might that not allow your etheric form to serve as a beacon of sorts to guide the child back to us? Of course, not that I know how we'd go about that. Hey, you reckon you could do just that? Won't even think of asking how, do your damnedest. Follow the rainbow connection! Wicked White! I knew you were no ordinary sinner, but even still you find ways to surprise me. Oh, it's not Kermit at all. Where am I? Well, I'll be damned, there was a child inside. They sounded like a child and not Kermit. I guess when you're talking through a black hole, it distorts your voice to make it sound like Kermit. A very bad Kermit impression. Could be mistaken for Marvin the Martian. Boy's resting now. He's weak, but not wounded. At least as far as I can tell. Needless to say, his presence raises questions. Are there others trapped on the other side of the hollows? If so, might they also be returned to our world alive? Yeah, who knows? Oh, you don't say. In that case, it's all yours. I'm Justin, friend. Can't very well tie you down here forever. Worry not, I'll manage somehow. I suppose the first order of the day should be to get some food in his belly. He does look terribly pale, after all. Methinks I'll go hunting for some meat. No, perhaps I should take him to a physician first? After all, he may be suffering from some ailment inscrutable to the eye, or maybe I should... God damn it, all I knew I wasn't cut out for this. Well, you think of that for a couple seconds, then I'm gonna talk to you again. Ah, there you are. You'll be happy to know that the boy's awake. Wow, that quick, huh? There's just one rub, you see. He has no recollection of where he came from or how he managed to get swallowed up into that void. Ah, amnesia. That's one of the side effects of the void, apparently. Seems a good lad, mind you. Eats my half-arsed cooking with a smile and nary a word of complaint. Wow, that quick? I only gave you a few seconds in between the end of that last quest and this quest. You are very quick. Alright, so apparently the boy's name is Taynor, and he was trapped in the void. And he's got no memory of where he came from. Do not tell me you're the one who rescued me from the flow, yes? I feel from you the same warmth that reached out to me when I was adrift in the ether. Yeah, that'd be me. I'll be damned, the boy's a sharp one. And that's not the least of it. The carer who examined him say they could feel great power welling up from within him. Despite his young age, Tanner here seems to possess a remarkable command of the magical arts. Perhaps I do, and yet I cannot say. Try as I might, I can recall nothing of who I am or where I came from, only the darkness. No need for apologies, boy. You did well just to make it back to us. Speaking of which, can you remember anything at all of what you felt when you were adrift in the void? That I remember, or at least I think I do. I recall a vague sensation of someone passing alongside me. Indeed, I believe this is what roused me from my slumber. If the hollows truly are a gate between worlds, that would mean that someone recently traveled from ours to another, or from another to ours, but that's not possible, is it? Oh, don't be ridiculous. That's what I thought. Fair enough. Then again, traveling between worlds isn't exactly my area of expertise. Oops. Hold on a second. Well, no sense racking our brains over matters beyond our comprehension. Let's concentrate on what we can do, namely finding the boy here home. No doubt his memories will come back to him in due time. You truly do that for me? But the two of you have already saved my life. I couldn't possibly burden you any further. That's no burden at all. Besides, if we can figure out just who you are and where you came from, it might lead us to the answers we seek. Now let's consider the options. One possibility is that you're an orphan, all alone in this world, with not a soul to care for or look after you. And yet this seems unlikely. Yeah, the mystical powers you possess say otherwise. If you're truly as skilled in magic as they say, then it stands to reason that someone trained you in the art. Who this matter of yours is, and whether you're of their blood or simply received their tutelage, this I cannot say, but either way I'm certain they're worried sick about you. that truly is so, I'd very much like to meet this person too. We're gonna get him back to his family. Yep, we're getting him back to his family, and nothing that happens between now and then is gonna throw a wrench into those plans at all. Rumors of a missing boy, you say? Funny you ask. It's a long shot, I reckon, but I overheard something the other day that might be of use. Wow, how convenient. On my way to Mortsuk, I stopped over at the Inn of Journey's Head. There I met an ailing mage. As the Karis told her, he's been ambushed by a sin eater and was separated from his child in the battle. Bloody hells, could it be? If the sin eater that attacked the poor man was Pharaonis, that would explain everything. This man you speak of, he could be my father. We must go to him at once. Agreed. I only hope that the man is... No, there's no point in presuming the worst. Let's make for the inn and see what the Karis there can tell us. Yeah, so you know that little, wrench in this little plan? It's gonna happen. And it happens, hell of a lot quicker than you might think. Like right after I'm done talking with you. Oh there, I hear there's a mage in your care who's lost his boy. Well, I do believe we have him right here. I fear there must be some mistake. The boy in question has already been found. This is him, right here. I was gonna laugh if the camera just continued to pan and there was nobody there. What? So it wasn't my father after all? This boy with you, he too has been separated from his family? Just so. We heard that a man here was looking for a son and we just hoped... Alas, it seems it wasn't meant to be. But there are many people here, yes? Might I ask around to see if any of the others are my family? But of course, yet many of the people here are quite ill and in many cases in considerable pain. It's not a place for a young child to walk around unattended. Indeed it's not. I guess that means either myself or Throat here should accompany him. I'll go with him. The walk might help me take my mind off things. Not a bad idea, if the lad doesn't mind. I reckon Tanner would rather be with someone of his own age. Yes, going around with the boy who seems depressed about something is totally a good idea. Let's hope that doesn't, turn out, to be a terrible idea. Oh yeah, by the way, the mage in question, he's, dead. Because he was gonna turn into a sin eater. Don't get me wrong, friend. I haven't given up on the prospect of finding the boy's family. But we have no other leads, and a deadly sin eater is still on the loose. If the lad tags along with us every step of the way, he's far more likely to end up dead or worse than to ever reunite with his family. Here's what I propose. We find someone to watch after Tanner for the time being, get back on the hunt, and gather whatever clues we can about his origins along the way. Well, very well, but we must see that he is safe. Oh, thank you. They are. I've had these for a few years, and they've gotten to the point where I actually had to replace the ear pads on them, and the top actually had some fraying on it, so I also bought a protective cover for it. I will make these work as long as possible because good audio equipment stays good. Also, I put googly eyes on them. On both sides. Because I keep a googly eye kit and I felt like it. But yeah, they're Audio Technicas, and they are very good. And I do not intend on getting rid of them anytime soon. Basically, I will keep on using them until the day they completely stop working. Because I like them. I don't want to replace them. Because these were actually like $150, and I'm going to treat them like they were $150. Favorite character in the game? I have a few. I keep gravitating toward Graha, Tia, Kryl, and Tataru. But there's really no character that I outright hate. Well, I mean, I hate them because they're villains and they're meant to be hated. Like Asahi, he's a very good character to hate. He's also hilarious when you watch him in cutscenes with a Lalafell character. I'm reminded of the cutscene where he's leaning over to whisper death threats into a Lalafell's ears, and he just has to bend over so much just to do it. It's so hilarious. Oh my god. Look, I don't like this any more than you do, but it's the best we can do for the boy given our circumstances. At any rate, let's find him and share the news. Don't worry, it's my decision and I intend to take responsibility for it. My plans are to just knock out all of the Shadowbringers role quests that I didn't get around to doing when I was taking care of the main scenario. Basically, during the main scenario, you're required to do one set of role quests, and I took on the healing role quest because I like that one the most. And it actually made me get somewhat competent as my healer right here. Boop. Alright. And I was originally going to record all these for like just standalone YouTube videos, but I didn't like how the recordings I initially did turned out, and I had already taken care of the caster role quest, so here I am on stream taking care of them via New Game Plus. But yeah, stream plan today is take care of role quests. Bad news, friends. It seems the two young ones got into a quarrel of sorts and Tanner's up and run away. Well, I guess that means we gotta find him, right? Well. Oh, right. I had the event tab clicked on. Where did he go? Oh, good. I got it. I gotta take out these things. Alright, well, let's get this ready. And that ready. Alright, it's R. There we are. And then scorch the hell out of you. Yay! I know, my red mage rotation. Sort of. And I know it gets even more complicated at level 90 and 100. I'm not really looking for any, like, design work for any, design, work at the moment. I appreciate the offer, though. Unfortunately, I am not interested. Alright, so they got into a quarrel of sorts. Boy ran away and he got into a bit of trouble. All because he thought he was gonna turn into a Sin Eater. When he was going around seeing if anybody was his dad. Oh, and the migraines again. And I think I just should actually have my face cam off for this cutscene. Oh yeah, and this is where we find out that Tanner was actually friends with Nilebird all those years ago when they were going through training to open up portals. Now it's your turn, Tanner. And do not be disheartened by your last attempt. Even the greatest of mages have known failure. Your command of magic is equal to my own. If I can succeed, there's no reason why you cannot. Free your mind of worry and focus. Thank you, Nilebert. I shall try my best. Wicked what? Are you all right, Throat? Well, you're not gonna like, what I have to say about what my migraine revealed. I remember now. I was standing here on these blighted plains, my head hung low in shame. Then Nilebert turned to me with a smile and heartening words. Nilebert, why does that name sound so familiar? I reckon we've much to discuss, but not in this godforsaken place. Let's head back to the inn and see if we can't get to the bottom of this. And slowly his memory is coming back. Alright, back to the inn. This means I get to fly over and back down instead of having to go through the main entrance. Oh, talked to the wrong person. There we go. Tano, are you alright? I'm so sorry. I shouldn't have said those nasty things. Forgive me for reacting as I did. I'm fine. In fact, I seem to have recovered some of my memories. Really, that's wonderful. Maybe you won't feel so scared and alone anymore. I'm leaving to go live in the Crystarium with my relatives. Promise me you'll come visit. I mean, after you get your memories back and all, of course. It's a promise. Until next time, my friend. Yay, your first friend after coming out of the void is a kid named Forlorn Boy. Weird name. I guess his parents had a lot of quirks, but well, If he wants to be called Forlorn Boy, that's fine with me. I'm not gonna stop you. As I saw it, first you fainted all of a sudden. When you came to, a portion of Taylor's memories had returned. What in the world happened out there? Well, it's a long story, and I'm going to tell it in a few seconds. Yeah, Taynor here has connections to Nilebert and the Cardinal Virtue we're going after. And you're certain that what Throat described matches up with your recollection of the past? I don't know how to break this to you, lad, but your friend Nilebert that was with you that day, he's no ordinary boy. He's none other than the very man who became Pharaonis, one of those goddamn warriors of light. If it was just a young child in your memories, that means what you saw took place over 100 years ago. Would that it were just a coincidence, another boy with the same name. But no, judging from the formidable command of magic, we can only assume it was him. On the way back, I managed to recall some more about Nilebert and myself. We were taken in by a group of mages, a consortium of sorts. They were searching for a means to open a hole to another world and were recruiting young children with high magical aptitude for the task. Nilebert and myself were the two they chose. Can't be serious! And yet that would explain the Sin Eater's ability to summon those damned hollows. And if you possess the same knowledge and training Nilebert did, it could also explain why you were able to survive in there all that time. What I don't understand is why you haven't aged at all. I cannot say for sure, and yet my memories, they're slowly coming back to me. In time, I may be able to help you find a way to close those hollows. You'd be a lifesaver if you could, but don't overburden yourself. You're still recovering, after all. In the meantime, don't worry. Throat and I will see that you're safe. So you don't want to give him up to an orphanage that may treat him badly. I thought Tanner was just a victim of the Sin Eater. To think he was actually friends with the man himself, back when he was still a man. This can't be a simple coincidence. Yes, I'm convinced of it now. The child holds the key to defeating Pharaonis. We must keep him safe and not let him get out of our sights. Besides, look at how hard he's trying to recover his memories. Not so heartless as to kick the poor lad aside before he's figured matters out. There you go. You're not heartless. Well, we can't very well rush things. You and I will continue to prepare for the battle ahead, while waiting for the rest of Tanner's memories to come back to him. That is to say, if that's alright with you, lad. I'm so sorry, I couldn't possibly burden you any further. Look, lad, I've only known you for a short while, but if anything happened to you, I'd kill everyone in this room and then myself. But I can tell you've got a good heart and a good head on your shoulders. I can only begin to imagine the horrors you've been through, not to mention the fears and uncertainty you face even now. But I want you to promise me this. No more apologies. You're no burden to us, not in the least. You're a valuable member of our band, and as long as you're willing, I want you with us. Isn't that right, Throat? Yes, absolutely. I see. Thank you, Sarek. Thank you, Throat. I will aid your quest in whatever way I can. Now that's more like it. We're counting on you, lad. No reward because it's still New Game Plus. I've got 3 more quests, but the next one's gonna be long because we've got a nice little sequence that's gonna happen. And now Taynor has remembered more stuff in this very short time between quests. It's almost like they meant for you to do this at level 74 and then come back after you've leveled a little bit, instead of instantly. As time goes by, memories of my earlier days return to me piece by piece. Albert and I were born to members of a great consortium of mages. From our earliest years, we were tutored in the magical arts by some of the realm's greatest scholars. The consortium's leaders sought to find a way to open a hole in time and space, a portal to other worlds from which they could summon forth beasts of great power. Albert and I were chosen to participate in the research. Ah, so they were probably evil mages, if they were wanting to summon great beasts. You're a mage throat, is that even possible? Yeah. Oh, perish the thought, though. That's totally not a thing that you can do. Indeed, even if it were possible, I shudder to think of the nightmares that would emerge from beyond the rift. Furthermore, I don't understand. Why ever would they use 2 young boys for such a dangerous experiment? Well, maybe they were evil in more ways than one. The beasts our masters sought to summon reside in the plains most distant from our own. Reaching across for such a great distance requires a tremendous store of innate ethereal power. And so our masters set about to breed the perfect mage. Ah, eugenics! Well, I hate to break it to you, Tainer, but that consortium of mages you were a part of, they were probably kinda, sorta, maybe evil. In a lot of ways. And the fact that you're 100 years separated from them is probably a good thing. Sadly, the experiment ended in failure. The pull from beyond the rift was too strong to resist, and I was sucked into a hollow of my own creation. There I remained trapped alone and adrift in that empty void until Fro called me back to this world. Alas, over a century had passed since that fateful day. That's one thing I still don't understand. If so many years have truly passed, why is it that you still have not aged even a whit? I cannot say it for certain, but I remember the words of one of my teachers. The rift is not unlike a border between countless worlds, a place that exists beyond time and space. If it is true that the rift exists outside of our concept of time, then it is all too possible that even seconds spent in that empty pocket could correspond to months, years, or decades in our world. And so you've returned to us just as you were that day, even while over a century had passed for the rest of us. But why didn't Albert save you? Shouldn't it have been as simple as opening up another portal to the void where you were trapped? I fear it would be close to impossible. Opening the portal and reaching us as far into the rift as we did required all our energies to be focused in unison. So in losing you, not only did Albert lose his friend, he lost his only chance of saving you. Talk about being dealt a rough hand. Fear not, I have good news to share as well. I do believe I've managed to recall the incantations needed to summon and manipulate the hollows. Wow, just like that, eh? Summoning beasts from beyond the rift is far beyond my powers, but I just might be able to seal up the hollows Veronicus so enjoys summoning. What say you, friend? Shall I give it a try? I mean, I'm game if you are. Ah, lips are dry. Ah, looks like we've got one of these things happening. Oh, because I've already done this, I can set it to normal, easy, or very easy. Just to get through this as fast as possible, I'm just gonna go on ahead and set it to very easy. I've already taken care of it on normal, so I don't feel like I'm cheating myself out of anything. Wicked White, you did it, lad! Sadly, I have not the strength to reach further beyond, nor keeping portal open for more than a few moments. No, I'll need further training before I can face... Oh. Hi. Phronesis, where in the hell did that bastard come from? Portal. Oh, he hesitated for a moment. Damn it all, I'm too close. I can feel it pulling me in. No, don't get sucked into the Kermit dimension. No, Nilebert, these are my friends. You mustn't hurt them. Oh no, not another migraine.
This isn't good. The cave-in's completely sealed off the tunnel behind us. We've no recourse but to press on without our companions.
You heard her. What'll it be?
I suppose it falls to us to slay the beast and collect the bounty. Perhaps you and your band would care to take the lead?
Spare me your japes. You've no intention of giving up your prize. Mind you, I too made a promise to come my companions. Promise I mean to keep.
Bah! I told you that splitting up was a bad idea. If Brandon and Renda Ray were here, this second-rate spellcaster would be no match for us.
Now, Silver. Let's not forget who our true foe is here. Lamet, you are certain that if we slay this monstrosity, the cave-ins will cease.
According to the miners, the beast was first sighted on the same day the tremors began. Its very presence sucking the mountain dry of its ether. We dwarves know these caves as well as we know our own bodies, trust me.
Then I suppose we'd best make short work of it before everything comes crashing down. Hey, where do you think you're going?
My apologies. I took your ceaseless prattling as an invitation to proceed on my own.
Think yourself clever, do you? You've your uncommon confidence to think you could fell a beast without aid. Answer me this. Why is it you're so intent on claiming the bounty for your own?
The bounty? Why indeed?
At any rate, unless you've a mind to stand around here until we all get crushed, we'd best be moving on, yes? Finally, something we can all agree on. And so I have a proposal. Let's say we band together until our battle here is won. The tremors grow stronger, no doubt a cave-in is imminent. Let us vanquish the enemy with our combined strength and quit this place before it becomes our tomb.
Until the battle is won, then. After that, I go my own way.
Oop. Hey, look at this. We're, playing as, Nilebert. We're playing as basically Black Mage Light right now. Nah, they'll take care of it. Oh, right. I don't sprint when I don't have sprints set up. Well. Hello, mind worm. Hello. Onward. Ooh, a lizard. I wish I could have access to Swift Cast. Ow! Ow! That hurt. Of course, okay. Now we're into second cutscene. I think. Nope, it's a battle. That's him?
That's the one who drinks the mind's ether.
Alright, let's put this oversized bull out to pasture. Silva, Lamet, and Albert with me. My magics are yours for now. Sustaining lightning damage over time. It's ready again. That is not good. Oh, you've got it as well. Let's do that. Reapply the dot. Continue to burn it. Gotta keep... Oh, God, okay. Continue with the fire spam. Oh, that still hit you. It's 24 seconds, okay. think that's the last gimmick we have to worry about. Nope, not that one yet. And down. We've done it! Now to find ourselves a way out. Tremors continue, but why? The fiend has been vanquished and its ether returned to the mountain.
You were wrong. No, it was not the creature itself that was causing the quakes.
Ah, yes. The crystal courses with nigh inconceivable power. A vast wellspring of ether accumulated over the ages. Yes, the beast was but a hungry creature drawn here by the stone. As was I. You had no interest in the bounty all along. The stone had been left unchecked for too long. The sheer volume of ether it houses now is so vast and overwhelming it threatens to bring this entire mountain down. For how many years have I searched for it? This precious relic that could afford me the power needed to save my friend.
You mean to take the stone from this place? But then what would happen to the mountain? If the ether is not returned to the earth, it is but a matter of time until the mine collapses. The miners, those who live at the foot of the mountain, countless lives would be lost.
There's no time. What can we do? Taino, my friend. Damn it all! Tremors have stopped. Taino, pray forgive me. I promise you this. As long as I walk this earth, I shall never ever give up hope. Ah, you gained a crystal. Oh, looks like you were meant to be with this nice little ragtag group. The stone was yours to do with as you pleased, and you still chose the fate of many over that of your friend. In return for your sacrifice, I would make you an offer. Come with us, and let us join you in your search for a means to save your comrade. The life of an adventurer isn't an easy one, but I dare say you strike me as the sort who just might enjoy it. So what say you? We'll travel the realm together and lend our strength to whatever unfortunate souls we encounter along the way. And who knows? Before you know it, we might just stumble upon a way to rescue your Tainor. I would like that very much. Tainor, forgive me. I may have failed you today, but mark my words, for as long as I walk this land, I will not abandon hope. I will find a way to bring you back to us. But today I find myself in the company of new companions, and for now I must lend them my strength just as they lent theirs to me. Sorry, that was a little unfortunate. I didn't feel like I was in my own body for a second there. Yep. It happened again, didn't it? Well enough, Phronesis is long gone. I launched a few arrows in its direction while it was distracted by Taino's spell, and it just stole away. Anyhow, I'm glad you're awake and on your feet again. Come now, let's hurry back to Mortsuk before the bastard has a change of heart and comes back for us. Yeah, so there's another small thing that all of these flashbacks are showing off. As we complete more of them, it'll become a little more obvious, though. You really gave us a scare back there, clutching your head in pain with a deadly sin eater plain in sight. Let me guess, you had another one of those visions, didn't you? Yeah, this time it was of Nilbert journeying with the Warriors of Light, becoming one himself. Why, take me. So that's how Nilbert and Ardbert met up. Just goes to show that in times of crisis, even the bitterest of rivals can turn fast friends. Let's see if I have this straight. Nilbert made it his life's mission to save Tainor here. Knowing that his own energies wouldn't suffice, he went in search of a relic that could afford him the etheric power needed to reach beyond this world. And deep in the mines that day, he found it. Yet in the end, he decided to sacrifice the stone in his own cause to save the lives of the countless innocents who called the mountain home. And so did he take his first step down the path of a hero, a warrior of light. So that's why he came back to this place, why he still summons the Hollows as he did many years ago. There can be no doubting it. Even now that he's become a Sin Eater, bereft of memory, reason, and any sense of his own actions, the ghastly shell of what was once Nilebert still haunts the wastelands, searching for a way to bring back his old friend. Itchy nose. I only knew him as a child, and this whole idea of Sin Eaters and Warriors of Light, it was all so new to me. Even as the pieces came together, I could not truly believe that Nilbert and this Phronesis were one and the same. But when our gazes first met, standing out there in the wastes, in an instant I knew it without question. This was my friend, a friend who had been searching for me all these years. At last I know what I must do. I must stop Phronesis, that my dear friend might finally find peace. I mean, I'd do the same. Thank you, my friends. In the battle, I was able to push Phronesis' hollow away from Serig, if only for a short distance.
With more training, I'm certain I can learn to close them up entirely.
After all we've already seen from you, I have no reason to doubt you. If you're game, so are we. Finally, some cause for hope, eh? But still, we must exercise caution. The last time the boy worked his magic, our foes showed up faster than you could say Pharaonesis. While this might be a simple coincidence, the likelihood is high that the casting of the spell itself summoned the Seed Eater to us. You best avoid any casting any similar incantations so we prepared for the final confrontation. I want you to stay close for now, to devote yourself to your studies and hone your skills to whatever degree you can in the safety of the village. In the meantime, Throat and I will redouble our training efforts as well. Should we succeed in finding a way to counteract the Hollows, it will come down to our firepower versus our foes. We must be at full strength for the battle, lest we allow victory to slip between our fingers. Alright, now the second to last quest. But before I do that, I'm actually still kind of chilly. It is currently almost 20 degrees outside. So I'll be right back. I'm actually going to go on ahead and take a quick break as well as put on something a little warmer. So I will be right back. I'm back. I feel a lot better. And I feel a lot warmer. Let me check on something real quick. I'm ready to continue, so let's go on ahead and take care of the remaining 2 quests in this quest line. Welcome to Tanner's training day, where we're actually going to take him out into the field. I see you've gained much strength since we last met. You'll be pleased to hear that Tanner has managed to make steady progress in his training as well. Boy believes he's gained much of the knowledge and skill he possessed before getting sucked into that pocket of time and space. An admirable feat, considering it was not long ago that he could scarcely remember his own name. And yet there's one aspect of his training that is yet to be addressed. But simply, the boy lacks experience in battle. To work the magic necessary to seal up the hollows, I must maintain perfect focus and clarity of mind. But if the battle with Phronesis is my first, I fear my concentration will be disrupted all too easily. And so I thought to take the boy out into the wilds that he might acclimate himself to the battlefield and further hone his command of magic in the process. And yet, we must keep a wide berth of Amarang. Were we to encounter Phronesis before we are fully prepared, the results could be disastrous. So I propose that we go on an excursion of sorts. Would you be willing to accompany us? I believe there's much the boy could learn from your example. Oh, because I'm a caster and he's learned in the magic arts means I'm the perfect person to teach him? How dare you assume that of me, mister? Yeah, I don't mind. Alright, Forest of the Lost Shepherd, let's go. Means I am going this way. Oh wow, it's raining. Alright, well, let's go on ahead and get this over. Oh wow, you have new gear. That looks pretty good on you. Alright. Ah, there he is. Now, shall we get down to... Something the matter? How do you like my new clothes, Throat? Not only are they stylish, why, I can just feel the power welling up from deep within me. They were a present from Sirik, isn't he the best? It was a simple investment, nothing more. We must seize every possible advantage if we're to triumph over our foe. But enough idle chit-chat, we have work to do. Throat, I would ask you to begin by setting an example for the boy, showing him precisely how you conduct yourself in battle. Can't very well just toss him into the Wolverines on his own, can we? Well, I mean, I can. I'd toss him into the deep end if I could. And since it's raining, the deep end would get even deeper, meaning he'd drown even quicker. I mean, that's a win in my book. Anyway. Alright. I will try to adapt my red magic to work for a black mage. And that's how you do it. That was incredible. It's sheer destructive power of your spells, the way you seamlessly weaved one incantation after the next, everything. But tell me, what would you say is the most important thing a mage should keep in mind when doing battle with a fearsome foe? Just blast your foes with everything you got. Nah, casting spells in proper sequence is the key. You know, like a good raider should be doing. And of course, telling the healers to adjust because you refuse to move, even though you would most likely die if you even though you would most likely lose DPS if you moved, but a dead DPS does 0 DPS, so you should move out of the friggin' fire, you piece of crap DPS. Sorry, that got a little personal. Drat, what do I... No, that's not cuss! Just stay so I can hit you already! Steady now, don't let the enemy fluster you. Keep your focus. Right, focus. You're a feisty one, aren't you? Oh, that's smart. I've seen enough of this. Tanner, you're supposed to sling spells, not your staff. Tanner, you good? You have both your limbs? Good? Alright. You want me to go on ahead and whack another monster just so he can have more examples, or what? You know what? Just believe in yourself and all will be fine. Thank you. I'm sure you're right. I can't allow my foe to break my concentration like this. Anyhow, let me try once more. This time will go better, I promise you. Alright, you want me to head back to the Crystarium and get some more potions, or do you think he'll be alright? Yes, the boy will be fine. I must stay my hand. I did it! The battle is won! Now that's how you wallop a Wolverine. Well done, lad. I'm proud I could be here for your first victory. You're far too kind. I couldn't have done it without you and Throat here to show me the way. You have my thanks. Don't let up now, boy. You must keep battling until all you've learned becomes second nature. Now, are you ready? So, just like that, he's all ready to, help us fight the Cardinal Virtue, eh? You don't think he should be fighting even more Wolverines? I mean, I could continue to show him, like, just watch me do this. The Holy, and then Descorch. There. You sure you don't want me to show him any more kills like that? No? Okay. That was rather more difficult than I expected, and yet, thanks to you and Sarek, I feel like I can hold my own on the battlefield now. I'd have to agree. The way you made short work of that last critter, I'd say it's time you find a more worthy foe. Let's return to Mortsuk and plot our next course of action. Why are you guys going that way? Okay, I'm just gonna go this way then. I'm sure you'd be able to get a trolley to the other half of Amarang. Are things supposed to look blurry in the distance, or? Probably just imagining things. Everything in the distance looked weird. Probably just me though. Anyway, let's just get back. I'm wondering what the hell is all this meant for. Because this is just out there. This is just its own little thing. It's not connected to anything. You've proven the perfect mentor for the boy, Throat. Hells, I dare say old Sarek here could learn a thing or two from you. What, thinking about taking up a casting job or something? You've taught him not only how to wield his spells in battle, but how to maintain his focus in the face of danger. Those fundamentals under his belt, it's just a matter of time and practice until he's ready to face Veronicus.
I promise you, my friends, I will not let you down. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'd best go write down all I've learned today while it's fresh in my memory.
Hey, you don't want to lose your memory again. Such passion and determination. This must be the boy he always was, before his time beyond the rift stole from him his memories and his spirit. He devotes himself to his training that he might help fell Veronicus and bring his friend a measure of salvation. There's no telling what course the battle will take, but I suspect the boy will be forced to confront his past head-on. Will not be easy for him, and yet I believe it's a necessary step for him in order to forge himself a new future. For Taylor's sake, and for the sake of those who call Ummerang home, we must triumph in this battle. Not to mention for the sake of our coin purses, eh? I'll leave you to your training and return to my own. The final confrontation is close at hand, and we must be ready. You know what? I think I'm actually ready right now, so how about we take care of that? Hey, you doing alright, Taynor? We're about to kick Veronicus' ass. Are you all set? You don't have anything else you want to try to train with?
Is there something I can do for you? Sirik was worried about me, you say? That is kind of him. I assure you, I'm completely fine. I owe so much to the both of you. You brought me back from beyond the rift, took me under your wing, and trained me and comforted me to the point that my memories and my magic have both returned. I'm finally ready to face my old friend in battle, and that's all because of you. And yet there's a fear growing inside me, a fear that threatens to consume me. In my studies, I've learned much about the Sin Eaters. I learned how those who fall to the most powerful Sin Eaters like Veronicus become Sin Eaters themselves, doomed to live out their days as mindless, unholy abominations. If I were to lose my focus in battle, yet you or Sirik suffer the same fate as Albert, the only three friends I have known in this world, if I'd lost you all, how could I ever live for myself again? This thought, it shakes me to my very core.
Worry not for us, think only of Nilebert.
So you're saying that I should free my mind of distractions and focus on the task at hand? Perhaps you're right. Worrying endlessly about the things beyond my control will only serve to break my focus. Thank you, friend. The task is a daunting one, but I will trust in myself and in the strong and gentle friends who stand at my side.
That's the spirit. Now, how about we head out and go on ahead and kick a Cardinal Virtue's ass. Like the sinners we are.
There's another reason I must fight this battle. I must prove to you, to all three of my friends, that I'm strong enough to get by on my own. Be strong, Taynor. You can do this. Sorry, perhaps I got a little carried away there. In any event, we should go tell Sirik that I'm ready.
You're finally back, I see. I'm starting to get worried. I trust this means you're ready to do battle with Veronicus?
I am. Let's put an end to this nightmare and set Nilebert and the people of this land free.
That's the spirit. Alright, the plan is to lure Veronicus to us by the same method as last time. We'll venture to the central hills of Amber, a safe distance away from the city, and Taynor will summon forth a hollow. It should only be a matter of time before our quarry arrives. I believe our chances are best if we can lure Veronicus to a wide open space, where we'll have complete freedom to maneuver. The hills of Amber should suffice. If you're ready, let us away at once. Alright, I shall head to the Hills of Amber. I'm not gonna bother teleporting. Probably take longer to do the teleport, then get back on my mount, and then fly to the location anyway. And just like the first instance, I'm gonna go on ahead and just take care of it on very easy since I've already beaten this quest line. Oh god. Alright, well, let me kick this thing's ass. Alright, and like last time, very easy. Let's go! Portal open. Now we wait for our quarry.
Over there, it's him.
Oh, you can just... Okay.
Yes, I knew you'd come. Well, I guess we won't be needing this anymore.
Hey, bet you weren't expecting that, were you, Norbert?
These are my friends, and I will not let you take them. Do you hear me, Norbert? Your long nightmare and ours shall end this day.
Alright, 3 against 1. Something tells me it's still going to be very hard. But I'm willing to bet that I'm going to do a hell of a lot more damage to this thing. Oh god. He's just flinging them. Alright, you know what to do, Tanner. He's already at half health. Wait, a lightning ball? Oh, good. Well. Let's do this then. Yeah, let's do that. Staying away from that. There we go. And look at that. Dropped a crystal. Sort of like how Lambert dropped a crystal. Ah, I see. Forgive me, Tainor. Far and wide did I travel with my companions, all while searching for a way, any way at all, to bring you back to this world. And yet, in the end, it was all in vain. Though I treasured the adventures I had with Albert and the others, my choice that fateful day forever haunted me. What if I had run off with a stone and used its powers to rescue you as I had always intended? What adventures might we have shared? I sunk into the depths of despair and felt myself a wretch for doing so. For by what right do I pity myself when it was I who consigned you to a far more cruel and tragic a fate? Whatever pain, whatever loss I knew is nothing compared to what you suffered, what you still suffer. Abandoned by your only friend, cast adrift in the cold, dark void until the end of time. Yes, no doubt you are still out there beyond the rift, cursing my name to this very day. It's not true, Nilbert. I'm right here. And yet, even if you despise me with every fiber of my being, even still I would give anything to see you one last time. You could curse me, revile me, rain fists and magic down upon me. It would all be worth it just for the chance to say, I'm sorry. Stop it now, Bert, please. Stop saying those things. Even after you had your mind, your heart, your very humanity ripped from you, still for all these years, you kept searching for me. How could I ever hate my best friend? Don't you see, old friend? It was Throat here who brought me back to this world, but it was you who guided him to me. You've suffered long enough, my friend. I can take care of myself now, so you needn't worry about me no longer. So please, rest carefully.
Hey, just so you know, that was just a figment.
Oh God! Hi! It's over, at last. You don't need to explain it to me. I know that now the Nilbert we saw was just a memory, a reflection from the crystal. That my friend truly passed years and years ago. And yet, even if those words never reached Nilbert, simply saying them aloud gave me a measure of peace. I have no regrets today.
But we should be getting back to town before any more sin eaters take notice of us, yes?
I'll say, after that battle, I could use a rest. And if I can throw here could do as well. Shall we head back to Mortzuk? Yes, we shall. Yay, we are back.
Oh, if it isn't the man of the hour. I'm happy to report that the tales of our triumph are already spreading across town like wildfire. What has it, the merchants are so grateful that they intend to sweeten the bounty with a generous personal reward. My friends, I have no words to express my gratitude. Thanks to you, Nightbird has found peace, and I can finally close the book on this chapter of my past. Every day I thank the gods for having brought us together.
The feeling's mutual, lad. To be honest, I wasn't sure what to expect when you popped out of that hole, but it's been a pleasure having you at our side.
So, tell me, now that you've made peace with your past, what do you plan to do with your future? You and Throat have trained me well, and I'm quite confident that I can hold my own on the battlefield. Perhaps I'll travel the land and see if I might use my abilities to help those in need.
If I didn't know any better, I think those were the words of someone twice your age. If that's truly your intention, then I have something of a plan. First, I'll need Throat here's permission. Wait, what?
It's just the thought I had, but what say we give the lion's share of the bounty to Tanner here?
I reckon he needs it more than we do, and besides, we couldn't have won the battle without him. I mean, I already got my reward, so I don't care. I knew you'd feel the same. It's the least we can do to help the boy forge a path and future for himself.
My friends, I could never take advantage of your kindness like that.
Think nothing of it. It's not easy for a boy your age to make his way in the world, and this is the least we could do. Think of it as a parting gift from your brothers in arms.
Thank you, Sarek. Thank you, Throat. As long as I live, I will never forget your generosity.
Finally, I have one last proposal for you, if you're keen to hear it. There's this bounty hunter I know. He can hold his own with a bow, but he's always thought he could take on bigger marks if he had a skilled mage at his side. If you're looking for a partner, that is.
Ah, I'd like to meet this hunter that you're describing. Says he's with a bow? It kind of sounds like you know a lot of bowmen.
Of course I'm saying it, so what'll it be?
Yes, 1,000 times yes. Why, nothing would make me happier.
And I suppose that settles it. Welcome aboard, lad. I've got a feeling that this is only the beginning of a rewarding relationship. And on that note, I do believe my new partner and I are off to the Crystarium to find ourselves a new mark. If it's not too much to ask, why don't you join us there? I still owe you your share of the bounty, and I reckon it'll be a good place to say our proper farewells. But you gave my portion to the kid. Didn't you? And I'm getting jack squat out of it. So I guess that means I'm gonna have to look for a reward from you in some other form. And I know just how to get it. Wonder what's over here, actually. I'm just curious. Oh, jeez, yeah. Oh, wait. I just realized that could actually be the first version of Thanalan. But it's dilapidated and just covered in a lot of sand. Alright, well, back to the Crystarium. Throat, glad you could join us. Tanner and I just arrived a short while ago ourselves. Boy's keen on starting his new life as a bounty hunter, to say the least. He's got no end of questions, that one, but there's only so much I can teach him. The rest he'll have to learn from experience. So I intend to do what I can to show him the world and keep him safe. So don't worry about us. Between my bonus magics, I reckon we'll be able to hold our own out there. That said, should we ever find ourselves on the trail of a particularly nasty foe, I hope you're not averse to lending us your strength once more. Yes, somehow I have a feeling it won't take another 100 years for our paths to cross again. Until then, friend, stay sheltered in the shade. Yay! Exiting new game plus mode. Alright, and all the other quest things have popped up. Seems like Giot's doing well.
Lally ho, my friend. Good on you for taking down the bastard was posing as Arbert. Limits, Arbert! With her beloved set free, Lammy can rest easy again. So come, let's raise a tankard to the two finest folk that ever were.
Ah, she ships them. Alright. Alright, before I end off, I'm actually gonna go on ahead and take care of the, final Red Mage quest. Alright, back to Mordona. I believe this is where the level 80 quest is. Yeah, I talked to you. Now I'll probably go and grab the Red Mage artifact armor. Succession of Steel.
Throat, I was just about to go looking for you. I had a letter from Zurun Tia, and he's managed to pass on a message. He's asked me to pass on a message. Ahem.
Arya, I hope this missive finds you well. Should you come across Throat in your Revenant's Toll, pray send him to me in the Alamegan Quarter. I have a need of his help.
Oh, what could be happening in Alamigo, I wonder? Well, I suppose there's only one way to find out. Let's go.
Okay. But why all the way out there? Hello, old friend. How you doing?
Wonderful to see my two erstwhile students, and not a moment too soon.
Because it's raining.
We're glad to see you too, Zurun, though I gather the situation's not a happy one.
You gather correctly. You'll recall the brotherhood I was once part of, the Crimson Duelists. Well, it seems the keepsakes left behind by my deceased colleagues have run afoul of some enterprising grave robbers. Oh, good. So we're gonna go on ahead and put the end to some grave robbers, eh? When the duelists met their end some 2 decades past, I was too deeply engaged in my own battles to give them the burial they deserved. And so I did what many before me have done. I collected the blades of the dead and interred them within the tomb of the errant sword. With Alamigo much settled since the initial reclamation of the city, I judged it time to pay my respects to my fallen comrades. That's when I discovered the tomb in disarray and one of the duelist swords was missing. It
it would seem such petty acts of larceny have become common of late, and although the resistance speaks of taking steps, the army has its hands full overseeing the restoration efforts.
So we're gonna go on ahead and take matters into our own hands. I'm game for it.
But it's said that unrest and dissent have largely disappeared under General Alden's command. What's this? Why this sudden rash of law breaking?
Well, now that the Imperials have been beaten back, those who once suckled from the Empire's teat are forced to look elsewhere for the wealth to which they are accustomed. For some, this means taking up the life of banditry. An unfortunate side effect, but with us around, they're probably gonna not last very long. And for the lowest among them, it means ransacking the resting places of their countrymen, a crime I do not intend to leave unpunished. As things stand, however, I have yet to deliver said judgment. This particular gang is uncommonly swift of foot, and I must temper my attacks lest I slay them ere learning the location of their stashed loot. Thus do I turn to you for assistance. Capturing the thieves alive will be far easier than with an extra pair of hands.
I'm game.
If it's extra hands you need, then count me in.
Without red magics at your beck and call. Nay, too dangerous for one still relearning her art.
I've been practicing against the creatures on Bordona ever since we parted ways. My magics may not be what they once were, but I can cast initiate spells well enough, I promise.
The monsters of Mordor are not to be trifled with. That was a risky path to take at this stage of your training.
I took risks, yes, but not foolhardy ones. If I don't push myself to my limits, then I'll never catch up to your throat.
I'll wager you'll not take no for an answer. Very well, but you do not leave my side, understand?
Yes, thank you, Zaroon. You won't regret this.
The three of us, then. Bloodhowl is where these grave robbers ply their unsavory trade, and the edge of the graveyard is where we shall meet. Then let us be about it, then. Let these three musketeers do what they can. Oh yeah, I'm more than set. Ooh, Minotaur. Oh god. I'd like to simply snatch up these grave robbers, but they have proven an infuriatingly slippery foe. A foe who now knows my face. Which is why you, Throat, must play the role of deceiver. Search the graveyard until you find the thieves in question, then convince them it is in their best interest to slink over here to the east. Once the scoundrels are too close to escape, Arya and I will spring our trap. Okay.
Hi, fellas. I'm just a little guy. Hi, I'm just a little guy. You guys should go east for no apparent reason.
at all. Yep, no reason whatsoever that you guys should go east, but it's very important that you do. Trust me.
Don't you worry about our two mates. They want to head to the east just like you suggested us. Well, someone's got to eliminate the competition.
Oh, really? Oh, well. Well, you guys are in for a rude awakening. And there. Well, I got half of them. The other half I leave to you two.
Nicely done, Throat. We caught these two completely off guard. And I must say, Arya, you exceeded my expectations. You've made impressive progress in such short length of time.
Yes, I knew those lessons at the Mage's Guild were worth it, even if it was painful to begin at the beginning again.
Oh, I see you've been cracking open as many books as you have monster skulls. Your dedication to the fundamentals has certainly paid off. Now, I counted 4 brigands last time I was here. Knowing what I do of such villains, I assume the other 2 sought to waylay you.
Hey, how'd you know?
And yet here you stand with scares the hair out of place. All jesting aside, I suspect your skills have surpassed my own. What trials must you have endured to forge such strength?
Yeah, about that. Oh, I fought on another star to save the world from oblivion. And long story short, I almost became a being of pure light.
Another star. Even your adventures play out on a stage beyond my wildest imaginings. And this talk of sin eaters, was it? It sounds to me as if your battles took place on the edge of suffering itself, where the heart and steel of even the mightiest red mage would be tested.
Oh, you have no idea.
But whilst it is endlessly gratifying to hear the exploits of one's former student, I suppose we should turn to the matter at hand. Once we had subdued these ruffians here, a few threats gleaned us the location of their ill-gotten gains, all buried in a box in the royal hunting grounds, or so they claim. I believe another division of labor is in order. Arya, pray hand our captives over to the resistance, and wait for us at the Tomb of the Iron Sword. Throat, you and I have some digging to do.
Alright, I trust you got these 2 taken care of. You seem strong enough. Let's go. Ah, we're going into the area that people rarely have reason to go into. Cool. I'm gonna go up and around because I don't want to have to go through the inside. Anyway. Ugh. I am a little tired.
Do you feel that? The ground, it's soft. Certainly not as packed down as elsewhere. I think we found the catch. Phew, I'm glad to have found this before they hauled it off to the black market. I cracked the lid to check the contents, and the box is indeed filled with stolen goods, including one rather familiar sword. Come, we should return these articles to the tomb. With any luck, Arya will have arrived already.
Oh, we're just going over here. Cool. Is it gonna let me climb up this high? Oh, good, it is. I'm willing to bet I'm down here. Yep, looks like it.
Thank goodness you found the sword. I feared it had been sold.
Right. Let us return these relics to their rightful places. That should be the last of them.
But what of your comrades, Blade?
Ah, well, would you indulge me in a moment of nostalgia? The man who wielded the sword suffered from shallow reserves of ether, and so he commissioned a weapon capable of channeling his energies in the most efficient manner. As you might imagine, the custom blade thus forged cost him a small fortune of coin. We would taunt him and his empty purse without mercy, of course, challenging him to become a mage worthy of such priceless steel. His reply to our jeering comments would always stay with me. Even should I fail to do the steel justice, it would remain long after I have perished. A kindred soul shall take up the sword, and then you will see my coin was wisely spent. His hopes for such a legacy died with the Crimson Duelists. I entombed the blade, believing that no new mage would rise to claim it. But I was wrong. You two stand here as living proof that our efforts to revive the red magic were not in vain. Twas when I discovered its sword missing that I was put in mind again of my comrade's words, and I wonder if he did not orchestrate this affair from beyond the grave, if only to remind me of his will. Throat, you appear to have a distinct taste in weapons. This blade, I think, should belong to Arya.
But I'm not even your student right now. I don't think I deserve to have it.
I made a promise to you, did I not? That once you learned to harness your ether, I would take you under my tutelage once more? The way I see it, you have more than upheld your end of the bargain. Accept the sword, Arya. Be my apprentice and help me usher in a new future for the Red. You should take the sword.
I will. If you would offer to accept me as your student once more, then let this be my answer. It's done. Let us present here this day swear a new oath, to fight for the common good with pure heart and unbending steel. So concludes our business here. But as much as I should like to accompany you back to Mordona, I fear my own pilgrimage must continue. This war with the Imperials has Alamigo teetering on the brink of uncertainty once more, and I must assume the situation is most taxing for you and your fellow scions. Thus, for the time being, I shall keep my blade loose in its sheath. I may be but one man, but I know that I shall remain vigilant against the Empire's machinations as I chart my course across the lands of Eorzea. I'm sorry I cannot devote myself to your lessons, Arya. The demands of the road are such that I cannot take you with me, and I still hope to move as swiftly. Your oath takes precedence, of course. I'm ecstatic just to know that you'll be my mentor once again. Please stay safe on your travels. I appreciate your understanding. I will stop by to aid your progress in Revenant's Toll whenever circumstances permit. I will take my leave then. Fare you well, Throat. When we next meet, I expect your scarlet hue shall be ever the more vivid.
Bye. Shall we make our way back to Mordona then?
Yes, we shall.
Okay. Tackle. Back to Revenant's Toll I go, because I still have my return point set there.
I've been so consumed with restoring my magics, but now I have a new goal, learning to wield my new sword with perfect execution. With Sarun's instruction, I mean to become a red mage worthy of his comrade's weapon. I wouldn't say no to any help from you either, Throat.
Yay. Red on Arrival 3 has been complete. Okay. What? Yeah, I might as well. One last thing. Taking care of the, weekly near raid quest. Then after this, I will end things off. I am so glad my body decided not to... didn't feel like breaking down even more today. The march of time goes ever on, whether we want to or not. Oh, it's you! I've been meaning to apologize for my behavior at the meeting. For all my bluster, I had nothing to offer. You see, you made me see the hypocrite that I was, and I'm determined to do better. I'd be lying if I said I wasn't struggling, though. We need more automata to help us rebuild, you see. Not that we could repurpose the ones we got guarding the village. But when I went to shut one down, the blasted thing tried to bash my head in. Barely escaped with my beard, I tell you. Whoever reprogrammed them did their job a little too well. You're supposed to be a mighty warrior, though, ain't that right? Think you could subdue an Ironbeard for me just to show how it's done? If I could see it once, I reckon I could deal with him by myself. Alright, just watch and learn. I'm in your debt. Here, take the sack. You can slip it over an Ironbeard to keep it subdued after you knock it around enough. Okay. So I'm not going into the, into any of the, raid areas. Instead, I'm taking one of these hostage after I've knocked it around a little bit. Alright. I don't think I was supposed to kill it. There we go. I guess I sort of went a little too gung-ho on that thing. Well, I killed the first one, but I managed to actually capture the second one. Look at my beard! You took care of the automaton so quickly, I would have missed it if I blinked! Thanks for bringing this thing back and for the lesson as well. I reckon I've got the trick of it now. I've also come to realize something. There ain't no action so noble as one that you take for another. I'll just keep that close to my heart and strive to be someone who strives for others, just like you. By the way, the chief came looking for you while you were outside the village. Seemed important, so go see what he wants, eh? Okay. Lally, yet another recording device has arrived, ho! Whatever Konog's up to, as long as he keeps sending these, we can assume he's safe and well. Anyway, here you go. Hey, thank you. Chief, can I speak with you for a moment? Sure, what is it? It's Glag. I ran into him just now, and he was behaving oddly. Just when you think he's angry, he suddenly bursts into tears, and the next thing you know, he's talking with you like you're an old friend. Ah, that. He's been that way since the meeting. But I'll sort him out, so don't worry. Thanks for bringing me word, and let me know if you noticed anything else. Seems Glag's condition isn't common knowledge yet, but it's only a matter of time if it continues to worsen like it seems to be doing. Sorry, I'm saying all this out loud, but it's not your problem to deal with. Just stay focused on the rebuilding, and that's how you'll best help us. Alright, well, we got a new message, so, let's see. Go on ahead. Wait, what level are you? Oh, wow, you're, okay. You just picked up, Dark Knight, it seems. Yeah, let's take a look at this, and then I'll, end. I knew all along, really. I knew that Anog was dead, and that thing with me only looked like her. But being with her, whatever she was, it kept me alive. It made me want to go on living. If the spears can create anything, rebuild it in our world, then surely they can grant me this. Konog? Are you alright? Well, anyway, I'm gonna go on ahead and stop the recording on my end. And yeah, I will be back tomorrow to take care of another role quest line. And take care of the, actually, I won't take care of the next weekly thing next stream. That'll be the stream after that because I'm going to be taking care of the physical DPS role quest, and because of that, I will actually have 2 level 80 job quests to take care of after I'm done with it. So I will just put off the weekly near thing to the Final Fantasy XIV stream after the next one. So yeah, tomorrow I will take care of the physical DPS. Physical damage role quest, and then the stream after that will be the tanking role quest. So yeah, thank you for watching, and I'll see you tomorrow for some more Final Fantasy XIV. Take it easy.